What's going on, guys? Today I'm just gonna give you a quick driving review of my RS3 with the Unitronic Stage 2 Uniflex E85 software. I'll just give you a quick overview of what's done to it. It has a upgraded intercooler, the Unitronic 4-inch turbo inlet, 4-inch carbon intake by Unitronic, plugs, catless downpipe, and I have a full turbo back exhaust by AWE, which you guys will hear in a minute here when I start up the car. It's pretty loud. It's very loud, but once you have the valves closed, it sounds just like the factory stock exhaust. Unitronic dog bone mount to help with launches, shifts, and reduces the engine movement, which these things are notorious for having. And I think that's about everything. Yeah, as far as performance wise, that's about it. It's basically a quote unquote full bolt-on car. So I'm gonna start it up and then we'll just go for a quick drive. That's one thing about the RS3s is the startups are quite aggressive. So let's put it in dynamic. We'll just go for a little quick boot here. So my thoughts so far on the Unitronic software. So originally when I first did when I first went stage 2, I was just on stage 293 from Unitronic, and the car was night and day compared to stock. And especially I've noticed, and I've been reading online on the forums, that these cars are very sensitive to DA and elevation. So I'm here in Canada, so we're at sea level, and it's winter time right now, so this is when it's quote-unquote boost weather. So it definitely makes DA definitely makes a big difference on these cars for quarter mile times, 60 to 130s, 100 to 200, wherever you guys live. But since then, yeah, I made the switch to the Uniflex software because the ability to put E85 in and the car will compensate and change the tune on its own is a no-brainer, because that just takes out the extra work of measuring your E85 content and what have you. So having a flex software is by far the best thing to have. This exhaust is crazy. It is like, because I had the same setup, the catless downpipe, catless mid pipes with the factory RS exhaust, and it sounded great. It was still very loud, but once I put this AWE exhaust on, man, my neighbors absolutely hate me for that. So I do have the back seats down right now because it gives you a bit more cabin noise from the exhaust. And right now we're sitting about, it's basically on pump gas. It's E13 right now. So, and on here, like the other software DS1 that a lot of RS3 and TTRS owners run, where it shows engine data on your tossing up the idea of potentially going with a hybrid turbo. Like I said, I'm still on the stock motor, so that is a limiting factor. And the last thing I want to do is bend a rod or send a rod through the block and everything just gets fucking toast, and that's an expensive fix. I don't know. I'm not sure what the future plans are for this car. Maybe, save some more money and hopefully build it. Put a set of rods, pistons in it, just a basic build, and then hybrid. But we'll see. This thing is my daily. It currently has almost 73,000 kilometers. For you folks in America, I think that's about 45,000 miles, I think. I'm not too sure what the conversion is, but I mean, it's still relatively low kilometers. And for any people that are looking to get into an RS3 and want to potentially go down this route of stage 2 E85 software, you do have to keep up on the maintenance. That is the one thing about these cars, is if you want them to live, you have to treat them good for maintenance wise. As much as you want to beat on them, they will take it, but you do also have to do maintenance. So I do maintenance every oil change every 5,000 kilometers. I'm not sure what that is in miles. And I did spark plugs just recently. They say you're supposed to do spark plugs every 10,000 miles, 20,000 K. Really depends what plug you use. I'm running the NGK plugs. They are very expensive, but a lot of people tend to use these on the Daza platform. So let's throw it into comfort and just show you how quiet it is. Yeah, it's like a Prius, only with a bit more turbo noise. After living with the Unitronic Uniflex software, I haven't noticed any hiccups or any weird behaviors of it. The car has performed, knock on wood, flawlessly. There's not really much else I can say. I'm in the city right now, so I can't really give you guys any hard pulls. Maybe in another in another video I'll try and get a POV set up for you and let you guys experience the driving experience of the RS3. I've owned this car for it'd be coming up 3 years. Actually, it has been 3 years. 3 years in November I've owned this car for, and it was completely bone stock, and drove it for a bit and then eventually did the mods and everything, and it's been my daily. I can safely say this is probably one of the best cars I've owned, and the most funnest cars I've owned. I've owned a Hellcat Challenger, lots of fun, so much fun, but it's heavy, rear-wheel drive, it's still fun, you just shred tires, but there's something about all-wheel drive and a turbo car, the way the turbo comes on, and also like the sound of a Daza inline 5 is like no other. Like every person that I've taken for a ride in this car, or they've seen, they're like, bro, this car sounds like a baby V10, which it is, baby Huracan. So I think that's one thing why these things are so unique. People think, oh, RS3 probably just has like a guys, well, I'm gonna end this video. This, like I said, this was just a quick, short review. I'm trying to get into more doing YouTube, but consistent. It's hard, especially trying to go out and make videos to find the time to do it. But yeah, if you guys like the video, drop a comment, sub if you want to. If not, all good. And I'll try and catch you guys in the next video.